Welcome, Leo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your full moon in Pisces reading. The full moon is a lunar eclipse on the 7th of this month, and lunar eclipses naturally are oppositions of the moon to the sun, and the moon focus is really the highlight here. The moon brings up and helps us to reflect on hidden knowledge, hidden consciousness, hidden experiences. And this is why shadow work is something that we do in order to bring those to consciousness. So I am working with a shadow work deck, and always appreciate your feedback on any decks I use. I'm also using a sacred geometry deck and an oracle of the yogic path that I haven't used for a while, and I know is one that always makes me feel good. So that will be at the end. I'm going to look at the present, the past, and the future and clarify that. So one of the first things that I did was pull from the sacred geometry, and I pulled the square symbol: foundation, solidity, grounding, practicality, earthly, stability, dependability, safety. And this is such a anchoring energy for the tremendous Leo power of the heart. And this is focusing on foundation, security, and stability, absolutely. Having your house in order. And with this focus of the full moon on an area of your life where you are working out material resources with others. You may be focusing on an inheritance or a gift that you're anticipating, or you're organizing the distribution of an inheritance that you are putting into a trust. Whatever it is, you are working intimately with others with whom you share a great deal of resources, and you're doing that in a practical, mature way. I'm going to, your overall energy for this reading is the Eight of Wands, which indicates to me something is moving quickly. Perhaps you've been offered a new contract, new terms, an investment opportunity, or you and an intimate team of partners is working on ways to invest the resources that you have, ways to organize the distribution of some generosity or largesse. Underneath the deck is the King of Cups, which really is about your emotional maturity overall. And something tells me that the exercise you're currently involved in, organizing, planning, hammering out the details perhaps of some kind of an economic or financial transaction, is something that you were not as focused on or did not take as much ownership of in the past as you do now. You're seeing how this particular gift or heritage is impacting you on practical terms, and you want to be more participatory in the process. So you welcome new information, new members of the team. You accept opportunities to learn more. Perhaps you are fielding calls. You are responsible for organizing this opportunity for you and other partners to make a move. I'm going to read the present, the Wheel of Fortune. This is absolutely a confirming that something is about to change. Something is reaching a conclusion that has been held up for a while. And I do believe that you are having an opportunity to persevere throughout a time of a lot of hardship, a lot of difficulty, perhaps a lack of resources is something you had to endure for a large amount of time. And that ability to stick to your principles, to stand on your independence, or to support others that were not as strong as you along this particular journey or path is something that is being rewarded now. You're seeing a change. You're seeing an opportunity for the better, a movement that is helping you to experience perhaps some good fortune, some prosperity after a long period of struggle. In the past, the Ten of Pentacles, yeah, it's going right back to this idea that you are a person who has recognized some deep privilege, and you are now taking some responsibility for that privilege that you've been gifted with. You understand that it isn't just about your material circumstances or conditions, but it is about the access you have to resources, the opportunities you've had to be comfortable, to be housed, to be educated. These are things that we take for granted often in our lives that are not opportunities for the majority of the people in the world, for instance. So you're recognizing that no matter what you desire in terms of greater stability and comfort, that you still can be about sharing what you have, the knowledge that you have about these resources to others. This is a beautiful opportunity for you to think about your long-term impact on not only immediate family members, but generations to come. And in the future, we have the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is describing a little bit of boredom. You've struggled, you've held on, you've been strong for a very long time. A very long time. And so this is where you feel that you know your strengths, you know who you are, you understand you can be stable and anchored, you can do whatever is expected of you that you feel is aligned with your heart. But you want to break the routine, you want to break a change, you want to move on to something that is energizing for you, something that excites you, something that gives you a reason to live again. And that is, in some ways, a bit frightening for you, as it is for everything, because this matters. You understand that as competent a job as you're doing where you are now, that there's a whole world out there that you would like to experience some of. There are new opportunities that you're empowering yourself with, perhaps as a result of having some resources freed up for you. And so this is part of your desire to move out, move on, to grow, to expand. This is beautiful energy to bust out of your cage, whatever that is for you. If this reading is resonating for you so far, please like this video, and thank you for subscribing as well. It helps my channel. The growth of my channel is important to me so that more people get to see my work. And I appreciate whatever you do. I certainly appreciate the time that you're spending with me now. So I'm going to clarify the Wheel of Fortune here with the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. Interesting. So a couple of things are going on here. One is you are breaking out of the way that you've been defined by others. This is never, I think it may have been comfortable and convenient for you in some ways in the past because of how others perceived you. You were seen as someone who is successful, who is attractive, who is articulate, who is expressive, who is energetic and optimistic. But you until you weren't. And something about the way others see you is no longer satisfying to you. It no longer feels authentic to you. You're struggling to define yourself more in concert with the gifts that you have, the experiences you've gained, and the skills you've gained along the way. You're also very actively working at building something up for yourself, setting something up, some opportunity that is following this plan, this proposal that you're coming up to alter your life, to shift your life, to expand on areas of interest to you. Opportunities that are coming available quite rapidly, and you have been putting together the activities in your life in a way that invites more resources and connections. You're not necessarily you're working against a model that is old, but you're aware that how you put these things together, you're working against convention or the expectations of your family is what I'm trying to say. And you are aware that there are things you can be doing in advance of knowing exactly where that destination is, that is going to behoove you in anything that you construct, any new project, any new opportunity is going to require you to bring your own skills, talents, knowledge, and desires. And that's what you're busy sparking up for yourself. Think of a tripod. You're setting up and building an opportunity for you to distribute what you know, give back, share with new communities, new collaborators, contacts, new locations, learning new skills in unfamiliar ways from unfamiliar people. And this is a testament to your courage. In the past, the Ten of Pentacles is clarified by the Hangman, the Hanged One, and the Seven of Wands. So I do believe that you've had to really defend yourself. I feel like you've even felt as though you had to hide some inheritance, heritage, or advantage that you had perhaps growing up, or perhaps something that you've received more recently in ways of in order to not be taken advantage of. So you're aware that what you're doing must be done in your sacred space, expressing yourself, finding your footing, moving forward on your path. In order to do that requires your focus. And for now, you are hanging back or have been hanging back in the past to really understand what was necessary in order to recognize the opportunities you had. Having privilege of any sort is not a guarantee of success. And you've learned that. You've understood that in order to use what you have wisely, you have to be comfortable, be knowledgeable about where to invest, where not to invest, and that understanding that investment in yourself is the most important thing. That means distractions from that, distractions from your own success, your own forward progress is holding you back. In the future, the Two of Wands is clarified here by the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Wow, this is quite lovely. It's looking very much like you are really coming together with your own divine energy. So you're melding the two parts, just as the sun and the moon oppose each other, but they're part of the same divine sphere of energy. The king and the queen of any sign indicate that you are marrying the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy within yourself. That is the ability to assert yourself as needed and to receive the rewards of what you've earned. This is representing a solid partnership of some sort. You would know best how that appears. It does feel to me as though there is an authority figure with whom you are melding, you are meshing, someone who may be helping you at work. Maybe this is a boss or a mentor. This can also be a family member, a parent, or a relative who is guiding you through the way that you are investing in yourself or in something that you want to give back. But this indicates a focus again on right back to where we started: practicality, stability, resources, security, a foundation that is solid from which you can continue to grow and build. And that helps you land your own individual efforts to cultivate some practice, some purpose that is dear to you, but that rests on this powerful foundation. Beautiful. And I'm going to finish up with a yogic path oracle, and Brahma has flipped out on top. And I'm going to look this up in the guidebook. And we have God of creation. It is time to create. Brahma, the creator of the universe and all beings, has come to you with the message that now is the time to bring that idea to fruition. What is that idea you've been sitting on but haven't taken action? Now is time to plant that seed into the earth and water it with your intention so it sprouts to life, benefiting all those around you. Brahma's rosary symbolizes the time cycle through which the world moves from creation to sustenance, from sustenance to dissolution, and from dissolution to new creation. Which cycle are you on? This is very much vibing in accord with the energy of the lunar eclipse for this full moon in Pisces. The clarity you're gaining dissolves the illusions of the past, of our current environment. Slaying these illusions is your constant eternal work. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this content, check out more content here. Thank you for your likes, subscribes, comments. Until next time, namaste.